What is up people, and welcome back to another video. Today I have 5 glitches to show you in Hogwarts Legacy that are still working in 2024. These glitches range from ones that are helpful, to ones that could be useful for role playing or recording your own videos, to ones that are just funny. A quick disclaimer, one of the glitches is the get under the map glitch, and in the video I'm going to tell you that when you initially get under the map you're going to want to make a save and then exit to the main menu and then load back into that save. Well, that still could work, you might have an issue with it, and if you do, all you're going to want to do is make a save once you initially get under the map and then close your whole application instead of just exiting to the main menu, start it back up and load into that save, and it'll work fine. That's it though. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Today I'm going to show you how to complete the stone platform Merlin trial very easily in Hogwarts Legacy. So the stone platform Merlin trial looks like this. You've got numerous stone platforms in a different order, and you have to jump from one platform to another without ever touching the ground until you reach all of them to activate them and complete the Merlin trial. This can be quite difficult depending on how the Merlin trials are laid out. So all we're going to do is activate the Merlin trial with some Mallow Sweet, and you always have been able to do this, but they've made a slight change recently so that if you took out your broom too close to a stone platform or were on a stone platform completely, it wouldn't work in terms of activating the platform. So as a safety measure, just take out your broom within the Merlin trial circle, hover over the top of each one like I'm doing right now, and you should be able to get it done quite easily, even ones that are awkward like this.
Not so tricky after all.
And there you go, to another video. Today I've got a glitch for you in Hogwarts Legacy, which is going to allow you to keep a potion in your hand. This is cool if you just want to add something to your outfits, or if you're doing some sort of role play where that's a useful prop for you. It's a really easy glitch, so let's just get straight into the video. So like I said, this is really easy. You can do it with all the potions in the game. So as you can see, we've got the Ajuris potion, the Maxima potion, Focus potion, Thunder Brew, Invisibility potion. We've got the Felix Felicis as well, or Liquid Luck. And then we've also got our Wiggenweld potion, which is slightly different, but I'll show you how to do that as well. So all you're going to do is come to a clear space, or space that you can take your broom out. So you can see over to the right there, I don't have the X emblem over my broom, so I know I can take it out. And you're just going to check that beforehand, before you do this. Then all you're going to do is equip your potion of choice that you want to have in your hand. You're going to tap L1 and then hold L1 straight away and take out your broom. And if you do it correctly, you can just dismount your broom pretty much straight away. You don't need to like fly up or do anything else, and when you land you'll see that you've got the bottle in your hand straight away. So it's really easy, it's really cool. I'm going to show you an example of outfits with each potion bottle at the end of this video, just so you can get some inspiration, or you can see what they look like. In terms of what you can do with this potion bottle, you can run around, you can take out your broom, you can land, that's not an issue. You can take out your mount, so you can take out your grap horn, not an issue. You can take out high wing, not an issue. The only thing you cannot do is fast travel. So if you fast travel to a Floo Flame, it is gonna reset, which you might want to do if you want to switch it out for something, but just keep that in mind. Go to the area you want to go to. So if you want to, for example, go to the potions classroom, try and be like just outside the grounds and then make your way there, instead of being like on the other side of the map, because you're not going to be able to fast travel. As you see here, it is going to reset once I spawn back in and I've no longer a bottle in my hand. And so you can either just do that to take the bottle out of your hand, or if you want to switch to a different one, you can. Just as a note, so you know, if you have a potion bottle already out and then you go to another potion bottle, it's not going to drop that one out of your hand and then equip the other one. So just keep that in mind, so you're not kind of wasting a potion. That's just another example there. That can also be cool. I will show you a little blooper at the end of the video where I stack all potions together and I have like one big massive clunky bottle. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And like I was saying, there is a slight difference in the Wiggenweld potion. I'm going to take a right over here at the Flue Flame. It's very simple. You just can imagine what's going to happen. All I need to do is find, or you need to do, is find any enemy on the map. You're just going to attack them, start a battle, and just get them to hit you so you lose a bit of health. Doesn't have to be much, just enough for you to use a healing potion. I'm then going to get myself again to a space where I know I can pull out my broom, and all I'm going to do is hit down on the D-pad and immediately hold L1, take out my broom, and then when I land I'm going to have the Wiggenweld potion in my hand again. So like I said guys, you're pressing L1, you're tapping L1 to activate a potion, or pressing down on the D-pad to activate your healing potion, and immediately holding L1 to take out your broom, and then once you land you're going to see the potion in your hand. So yeah, really cool. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm going to have some clips now of each potion with an outfit. So yeah, enjoy that, and I will see you in the next one. Today I'm going to show you how to do an infinite Moonstone glitch in Hogwarts Legacy. Before I get into the video, I want to give a shout out to Bardiche Overhead. That's Bardiche Overhead, capital B, capital O. I'm going to put his user in the description. He commented on another Hogwarts Legacy glitch video talking about this glitch he found accidentally. He was kind enough to give me a detailed description on how to do it and said he had no problem with me making a video, so once again shout out to him. But like I said, it's an infinite Moonstone glitch. If you don't know, Moonstone is what you need to conjure objects in your room of requirement on vivariums. Here you can see if I hover over an item, I've got a Moonstone counter, so you can see I've got 840 and it's going to cost 4 Moonstone to place down this statue. In other cases it could be more or could be less, 3 Moonstone for a rug or 20 Moonstone for a potion station. The two ways that you can get Moonstone in this game is by either getting a material refiner from Tomes and Scrolls. With these you can place down 3 of.
You've made marvelous improvements here.
And each one is going to cost you 15 Moonstone. And it's going to produce 10 Moonstone every 10 minutes. So 1 Moonstone a minute, but you can't collect it until the timer is out. So that's 30 Moonstone every 10 minutes for all 3 refiners. It's not the best. The other way is just by finding Moonstone out naturally in the world, which isn't hard, but it's not something you'd really want to go out your way to look for. This is a much quicker and much efficient way of doing things. So I'll leave them for refiners out, just so we can see the timer even while I'm doing all this yapping. But if we look at my Moonstone counter now, I have 795. Keep in mind your max Moonstone that you can have is 999. But what you want to do is find a conjuration that is as small as possible while also costing the most amount of Moonstone. I think the hopping pot is the most effective. I don't know that everyone would have it, but just pick whatever object is ideally the smallest, but the most important thing is that it costs as much Moonstone as possible. So you're looking for stuff that's 15, 20, 30 Moonstone. So I'm going to use a hopping pot, and what you're going to do is place this down as you would. And now what you're going to need to use is your altering spell, which is over here. You are going to need all 3 of these, the Evanesco as well as the conjuring spell obviously. But once you've placed down your first pot, all you're going to do is hold your L2, aim in, so you know you're going to be hitting the pot. You're going to use your altering spell, which I have in my circle slot, so that's what I'm going to refer to it as. Just move it to wherever you want, place it back down, and then you're going to aim into the pot, and you're going to press circle to alter it as if you're going to change the color or move it again. But as soon as you press circle, you're going to press L1. So circle L1, and you can see the original pot spawns back in its spot. So once again, circle, altering spell, move it, place it down, aim in, circle L1, it spawns back in. Circle, altering spell, place it down, aim back in, circle L1, it spawns back in. And so once you've done this, all you'll need to do is use your Evanesco. And there you see we've got 90 Moonstone before this has even hit the halfway mark. And if we check on our counter, you can see that that's accurate. It has gone up. So that is the glitch in its entirety. It is very good for getting Moonstone quickly and easily. Now the one thing I just want to make people aware of, 2 things actually. One, if you place these objects down, like I'll do again quickly, and I'll just actually show you as well how quickly you're able to do it. So you place it, L1, circle L1. You can see that when you get used to it, it doesn't take long at all to do it. So the first thing is that you might have some difficulties removing these with the spell. If you do, all you're going to do is aim in and just move it once again, and then try to use Evanesco and it should disappear. The other thing is, sadly, you're not able to put in 100 hopping pots and then let the timers go down and then get 100 potions. As you can see, only one of these is actually hopping like it's supposed to. The rest are just still. and you're only actually gonna get, like, even if you put 100 down, if you conjured 3 actual potions in, you might get 3, you might get more. I know I just said that you're not able to, but if I explain, if you see in the thumbnail, I put down, like, I covered this entire floor in hopping pots, and after doing so, if you look in the bottom row of the thumbnail, all the bottom pots are a purple color because they've got thunder root potions in them. It's not worth it. There's 3 main reasons why. One is that there's no actual way to control what pots are going to get potions and what potions are going to spawn in, so you don't even know if that's going to happen. 2, you can only carry 12 potions at a time. That goes for potions, plants, so it's not really worth it, to be honest. It's more time consuming than it's worth. And the biggest reason is that if I was to go out of this room now, which I will do, I'm just going to go to the astronomy tower, and you can kind of guess what's going to happen. And this will be the same for if you fast travel with a flue flame, if you exit the game and go back in, if you save and load. I'm going to enter into my room of requirement, and all the hopping pots are gone. So not only would you need to place like a crazy amount of hopping pots down and hope that they would spawn in potions, but you'd also need to just sit in your room of requirements, because if you go anywhere, they're just kind of despawn. And the same goes for any other items like these Moonstone generators or refiners. Even if you place them down or done the duplication glitch with them, all that happens is one of them won't work. Even you can see visually here, like, this is still on, the fire is lit, whereas this one, there's nothing going on for it. And you can do this glitch with absolutely anything. You can do it with the loom, you can do it with a table, but like I said, stuff just despawns, so there's no point in that. You should just stick to it being a nice little way to get Moonstone if you're in a pinch, or you just want to do it real quick, build up to your 999. You don't need to worry about collecting Moonstone, and then once you get low, just do it again. To another video. Today I'm going to show you how to use spells while you're on your broom in Hogwarts Legacy using this glitch, so let's get straight into the video. So you're going to want to come to this location on the map. I'm going to show you on the actual map now. So I'm in the Hogsmeade Valley region, just outside of Hogsmeade, to the left of the bridge that brings you to the main entrance. So you want to go right where my cursor is. This is the view. You've got the bridge and this pink cherry blossom tree to my right. And then we've got this river flowing under the bridge. The waterfall is just to our left, and we've got this little rock platform down here. So this is where you want to come to. The way that we're going to do this glitch is by walking towards this rock face that's in front of us. And when we get to the point where I pull out my wheel, that's when we're going to pull out our wheel and take out our broom. And if done correctly, we should glitch through the rocks slightly, and we'll be pretty much instantly walking on our broom. So you'll know that you've done it correctly if you start walking on your broom. Now this is a bit difficult. It usually takes me about 3 to 4 times to get it done. In this video it actually took me a little bit longer, but it's a quick reset time. So where I'm aiming the cursor in between these 2 spaces, that's roughly where you want to walk towards, where I found most effective. And where I'm aiming on the ground here, this little white rock, I found that if you want to be either slightly to the left of it or walking directly over it and pulling out your broom roughly when you're on that stone or just a little bit past, you'll kind of figure it out as you do it what will work best. Another thing I found that helps is you don't want to hold out your wheel and take long to select your broom like I'm doing here. You want to do it very quickly. So once you get to the point where you think you should take out your broom, press L1 quickly and then hold circle to take out your broom. But don't hold your wheel out for very long, because I feel like that makes it a lot harder for some reason. Maybe it's just me. So you can see now I'm making my attempts, and if you have a failed attempt, you just dismount straight away and you can jump back down. So that's what's handy. Even if it is a bit difficult, there's not a big long process to get to the starting point once again. So that was our third attempt, I believe. Like I said, just keep trying. So we're walking towards that spot, that white stone on the ground, pulling out our broom when we're roughly over it, just past it, and aiming for that space that I showed you earlier. Probably on attempt 6 or 7 now, I think, but we should be getting it soon. So you can see now I'm trying to walk slightly more to the left of the stone instead of directly over it. You can see I'm lining myself up. Good few attempts, but we will get it, don't worry. Trying to figure it out now. I'm pulling it a bit too close, but as you can see, we got it, and that's it. So now you're able to walk around on your broom. You can see I still have my wand out, and I'm also able to press L2 to go faster on the broom, and I get this weird sort of angle. I can hold R2 to go slightly faster, and you can see I'm using some spells here, no problem.
Incendio.
Using an Incendio, Confringo,
Expelliarmus.
some bigger spells, so you can use both types, which is very cool. So what I'm going to do now is head over to a mongrel lair to show you some settings, which is going to make this a bit more enjoyable, because it is a bit clunky. It's not really supposed to be done, but I'll show you what you can do to make it a bit better. Okay, I'm at a mongrel lair now, and the reason I want to come here is because with certain enemies like wizards or goblins that have the long range attacks like the spells or the crossbow bolts and such, you're kind of vulnerable while you're on top of the broom, so it's not the ideal enemy to fight. Whereas mongrels or inferni that have attacks which can only really affect you while you're on the ground are more fun to fight, especially in the beginning if you're trying to get used to this, because as you can see here, it's not the most effective thing in the world. Like I said earlier, it's not really meant to be done, but there are 1 or 2 settings you can tweak to make it a bit easier, so I'm going to show you them now. So the first thing I recommend you doing is going to your settings, go into accessibility, which is the second one from the bottom, and then you're going to put toggle aim mode on. Now all that's going to do is make it easier for you to hit your targets, because you're on the broom. If you hold L2 to aim your cursor, you're automatically going to start flying fast on the broom like you see here. But if you switch toggle aim mode on, all you have to do is tap L2 and then you're able to walk instead of flying very fast, which makes it a lot easier to hit things like you see here. Now I've one more setting for you to make this a bit of a better experience. So go to your settings and you're going to go to gameplay options. I go to accessibility here by accident, and you're going to turn off invert flight controls. Now you might already have it off, I'm not too sure, but turn it off, and I feel like this with the toggle aim mode works much better together. Maybe you'll be able to get used to the other way, but I just feel like with the angles of the broom, you see the way I'm flying up and down here, for some reason it feels much more natural, and it's what I'd recommend, but do whatever seems best to you. Now in this clip I'm just showing you myself using the basic spells and special spells alongside the toggle aim mode on and the invert flight controls turned off, which I feel like makes this glitch somewhat usable. As you can see here, I use Avada Kedavra against one of the undead, I'm not sure why, but a cool glitch nonetheless. If you want to reset at any point, all you need to do is fast travel to a flue flame and that will reset you and you'll be back to normal. If you try and dismount, you're more than likely going to end up going under the map or halfway into the map, or you'll have something else happen to you, possibly. So I don't recommend doing that. If you want to see how I got the potion in my hand as well, that's in the thumbnail, that's not edited in, so just click this link here. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Incendiary.
Are we?
Today I'm going to show you how to get into all the common rooms in Hogwarts Legacy. This glitch has existed for a while, but it's changed slightly, and I'm going to show you how you can still do it in 2024. You are going to need a broom, and two things I want you to be mindful of is making manual saves and going on your map or settings under the map or in the common rooms at certain points, as it can cause your game to freeze and you're going to need to close your application and start over again. But I'm going to show you how you can try and avoid that, so let's get into the video. Okay, so like I said, you're going to need a broom. The place I like to go for to start this glitch is the lower Hogsfield Flue Flame, which I'm going to show you on the map now. I like this because it just gives you a clear reference point of where you need to go, which I'm going to show you now. When I aim in with this cursor, you can see this cliff over here with a tree on top, and then to our left is where we're going to want to go. We've part of the Hogwarts Castle on top of the cliff, and right underneath that is where we're going to need to go to get under the map. So we're going to fly over. Again, we're just using the cliff to the right of us as a reference point. Okay, so once we're over here, I'm going to slow down and come to a stop, just so I can show you exactly where we're going to go into. I'm going to put an arrow here so you can see, like that. So I'm going to go a bit closer to show you exactly the point we're going to want to hit, just here. And what we're going to do is we're going to press L2 and hit our boost, and we're going to press forward on our left stick to go straight and forward on our right stick to go down. So I'm on PS5 or a console doing this, but just do the equivalent to that. So you're going to want to go forward with your boost and then down. And when you get under the map, you're just going to want to continue holding forward and your boost. So I'm just going to line it up here. We're going forward, holding forward on both sticks. We're pushing underneath, keep holding it. And then what you're going to want to do is start slowly moving your camera stick, and just keep doing that until you get into this view here and you've made it. So after this it becomes easier. Now this is the part people are getting stuck on, because normally you were able to hold circle and dismount, and that would get you under the map. But as you see here, it's not working. It's a really easy fix though. All you're going to want to do is pause, go to your settings, save game, find a save that you don't mind overriding if you've no slots left. So for me, I don't mind using this one. We're going to overwrite it. And then we're just going to exit to the main menu. Once we've done that, we're going to press X to start. Go back into the game. Into that same save we just made. And now that we've done that, you'll now have the ability to move down further to allow you to get under the map. And that's how you get under the map. So that's your first step done. And now all we need to do is get to the different common rooms. But before you do anything, you're going to pause, save game, and you're going to overwrite the save you just made, where you were kind of halfway under the map, for your one where you're fully over the map. Make sure you do that so that if you accidentally get back on top of the map where you're actually supposed to be, you're not having to do this glitch all over again. And now I'm going to show you how to get into all the different common rooms. Okay, so I'm going to go from my point of entry under the map to every common room at the start of each clip, just to make things easy for you. So this is the view that you're going to want to kind of align yourself with, so you see the same thing that I see. So I'm just going to give you a quick 360 here, so you can get your bearings right of where I am and where you need to be to make this guide as easy as possible for you, because obviously being under the map, it's a bit difficult. The big reference we're going to use is these 4 pillars, which you can see here. I'm going to put an arrow. Like I said, the first room we're going to go for is the Gryffindor common room. So we're just going to go forward. We're going to keep going until one of the pillars aligns with the pillar that's in front of it. Once we do that, we're going to start going up, and we're going to look to our left and slightly behind us. We're going to do this for our first 3 common rooms. I feel like this is the easiest way. So you're just going to keep going up and up and up until you turn, and I went slightly more forward in this clip, but you can see this kind of square shape of pillars. I'm going to reference these as the square pillars or the Gryffindor pillars. So for the Gryffindor common room, this is the tower you want to be in. You're going to keep going up and look in this direction, and you're going to see this square shape hole in the wall. You can see that there's a person below me. Go through that and take a right. You're then going to go forward and to your left. And you can see we have this white space here. All you're going to do is go above it, hold circle to dismount, and that's going to get you into your first common room, which is the Gryffindor common room. So what you're going to do is straight away, without moving, I'm not doing it in this video because I don't need to, pause and save your game. Pause and save your game once you get into your common room, so you're not having to do this every time. And for the Gryffindor common room, all you need to do is head up the stairs, through the door, and you'll be into the actual common room area of Gryffindor. And you can see there's Sir Nicholas. There's a little secret door over here. We did get the Gryffindor flue flame, but you can't use it. And that's your first room. So on to the second one. Okay, so for our second room, we're going to be going to Hufflepuff. We're starting from the exact same spot. You can see the 4 pillars, which are here. So we're going to go forward until the pillar that's in front of them lines up with the ones behind. From here, you're going to look to your left and slightly behind, and you're going to go upwards You're going to keep doing that until you get to the square pillars, or Gryffindor pillars, which you can see coming into view now. So instead of going right towards the Gryffindor tower, we're going to go left. This is where the Hufflepuff common room is. So you're just going to fly to the left side of the square pillars, past this person here. Just be careful at this point, you don't want to go too high up. And we're going to have this bit partial castle wall as a reference. You're just going to go over to this bit of the hill, go over slowly and dismount. And once you do that, you should be able to get into the Hufflepuff common room. There you go. Again, just make your save straight away, and you're actually spawning in the girls part of the common room for this particular common room. So if you want to make your save now, so you can explore that part as well, because once you get down these stairs, you're going to get the animation that you're not supposed to be there, and you won't be able to get back up. But if you do make your save at that point, you'll be able to explore that part too. So that's the second common room, Hufflepuff. So for our third common room, we've got Ravenclaw, which is possibly the hardest one. But we're using the same tactic again. We're going towards the 4 pillars. We're getting them lined up with the pillar that's in front. We're looking to our left and slightly behind, going upwards until we get to the square pillars or Gryffindor pillars, which we can see coming into our view now. We're then going to align ourselves like this with the pillars, and right here I'm going to put an arrow. That cliff is where you're going to want to head to, and the tower that's directly above that cliff is the Ravenclaw tower. You'll know it's the correct tower if you get to this point and you go up and you see this door. That's the tower you want to be at. So just keep going up until you get to this point here where you can see outside. Turn around and you'll see these 2 paintings or posters. All you're going to want to do is angle yourself like this. So put yourself in between the 2 windows as well as the 2 posters, and once you go forward, you're going to meet a block, which is where you want to be. So what you're going to do then is go forward again, but go slightly up as you meet the block, and then just dismount. Just spam your dismount button. So it didn't work for me that time. Just no harm. Just go back to the same spot, align yourself between the 2 windows, go forward, dismount, and there you go. You're in the Ravenclaw common room. You spawn right into the common room as well, so you don't need to make your way down to the main area. Just make your save, like I've been saying, and that's your third common room, Ravenclaw. Okay, so our fourth and final common room, Slytherin. My common room is slightly different. We're going to go forward to these 4 pillars, but we're not going to stop and then go up. We're actually going to go forward quite a good bit until we get to about this point here. Then we're going to look to our right and we can see the greenhouse. So we're going to make our way over there. We want to get to the start of the greenhouse, or the main entrance, which we can see here. You're going to be able to tell it's the main entrance by this little circular window, which is going to come into your view just there. So once you're here, look to your right and you're going to see the Slytherin common room windows, which are here. It's going to be an arrow, and we're going to go in between these 2 rocks. So just head towards them. Now this is a bit of a thread the needle situation, so just make sure you're not going straying too far or touching off anything. But you're going to hug this rock to your left, stop at about here, look to your right, go up slightly and forward to your left, and this flat piece of rock is where you want to be. You don't want to go up too high, because if you do, you're going to keep going up. So just go up so you're slightly above this rock, and then dismount, and there you go, you're into your 4th common room, Slytherin. So that's all 4 common rooms. I'm just going to go through a quick little recap now, and then just tell you one other little bit of information. Okay, so just as a recap, guys, we've got our 4 pillars over here. I'm going to have my arrow, I'm not just saying here, don't worry. You're going to go forward towards them until the pillar in front aligns with the pillar behind. You're going to go up, looking to your left and slightly behind. We can see the square pillars or Gryffindor pillars come into view. If we go to the right of these pillars and up, we're going to go to the Gryffindor common room, so it's just up through this square, right, and then straight ahead, and this white square is where we're going to dismount. If we go back to the same 4 pillars, just through this square, we can go to the other side to our left, and that's going to bring us to the Hufflepuff common room. You're going to use this piece of castle wall to guide you, and you're just going to dismount on that piece of hill there. We're going to go back to our square pillars or Gryffindor pillars, align ourselves like this. We can see the cliff that's right in front of us. We're going to head towards that, and the tower that is directly above the cliff with this door is the Ravenclaw tower. So that's how we know we're at the right spot to get into the Ravenclaw common room. And unfortunately we can't use the square pillars as a reference for Slytherin because it's so much further down, but we're just going to go directly down from that, have a look around and get your bearings, and you'll find the greenhouse. Now even in this clip here I get a bit confused as to where the actual main entrance is, but it's not really an issue. You're just gonna have a look around for a while, take your time, there's no rush, you have your manual saves, and that's so important. Please remember your manual saves, as well as not going on your map while you're underground, because there is definitely a possibility that you might freeze your game. And then we're just going to go straight in this direction, and through them 2 rocks is our Slytherin common room. And that's it, that's our recap for the 4 common rooms. And other than that, the only thing I wanted to make you aware of is, as you know, in your own common room, when you've gotten to the Christmas period of the game, you've got Christmas decorations. So one other thing you could do if you're replaying this game, or you don't mind replaying it, or you have an old save that's during the Christmas season, you can go into that save, do this glitch, and when you go into all of the common rooms, they're also going to have the Christmas decorations, which is just a cool thing to see if you're not a part of that house. So in this example, we're in the Gryffindor common room, and they've got the Christmas tree, Peeves is playing with a student, we've got the wreath over the fire, and it's just nice to see. So if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.